Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another test on a computer that I repaired around 3.5 months or so ago. This is for Brandon Joos. This is a 2003 Ford Lightning. His concern before was no cam and crank signals onto the computer or signals the computer can see. So he sent it and I repaired the computer. I told him that's particular IC there is very, very hard to get. And now the computer is back again here with the same concern. I am first going to test the computer. I have everything plugged in and ready to go. As you can see here, I got even the uh, full probe ready, and I have the scanner. I'm going to do the connection to the vehicle. The ignition is on, and we can see that we have communication because the mileage are reading on the instrument cluster, so everything key is read and everything. I'm gonna do this live like this, like that he can see that I'm indeed this testing his computer. I haven't even opened it or anything. All right, as you can see, it's 2003, and that is indeed his bin number. So we're gonna do a quick access. Two things that we need to see is make sure the keys are read. All right, so the ignition is on. That is just a normal procedure I'm using for this. I tap done. This is definitely my go-to tool in all my videos here in the lab. Very, very happy with this tool. It's very easy on the eye, has a lot of memory. I mean, it's just perfect. Um, it's definitely not a BIF, so let's put him as unknown. For the test that we have, it's not really that important. It is a supercharge. All right, let's go to the instrument cluster first, because we want to make sure that the pads are indeed reading the key. All right, let's read the data stream. And we're just going to go over to the important stuff, master key present, and start enable. Let me see. Power control verification, okay. Security access type coded, Asper key, we don't need that. Status, enable status. All right, yeah, the vehicle is enabled. Vehicle security access status rejected. We are not. This big vehicle security status is when you're trying to do the programming, so I should not even selected that. But as you can see, we have the master key is present. The PCM is stored into the instrument cluster. The verification of the PCM is okay, and we have vehicle enable. So everything on the instrument cluster, as far as the path functions, are good. Let's go over to the PCM. And then here I want to select, which we can really see it on the instrument cluster, because if I run the computer, it should show RPM. For those that haven't seen this working, you can go over to another video that I just did, I don't know, like maybe a month or less, on Joseph Tavares. It's a Ford F-150 Lightning. His is a 2000, same setup. All right, so we can go again, data stream. And Joseph Tavares, by the way, he's really happy. His computer is working. Everything is all good. But it was a plug and play, everything good. All right, so let's select some of the pits that we need. Decide idle, and all I'm going to look is for engine RPM, engine revolutions per minute. That's really what we need. All right, so no camshaft error, unless now I'm going to put the ignition on the full probe. And for this, I already selected the paths to correct, because uh, in this one for the full probe, it shows us 52, but actually the one is correct for this vehicle is the 51, because I'm using the Ford Escape, and this is not a Ford Escape. All right, so if I put this now some idle or RPM, we should see that on the computer and nothing is happening. So we have no instrument cluster reaction to RPMs and no injectors or coils, and that's exactly his concern. So we are definitely reproducing his problem. His concern is exactly what he described. All right, guys, this is going to be the repair on this computer for Brandon Josh. I did need to replace again the ADC converter. For those who doesn't know what the ADC converter is, it's the analog to digital conversion part on the computer. It's a little hard to show here, so I'm going to show you in a high definition pictures that I have. These are for the ones that are doing this and wants to know a little more. This is a 44-pin IC that is not just a ADC converter, it does other functions for the computer. But yeah, this is it. So the CKP, as I mark it here on the left side, I put, always I do this, I put like a star or other symbols that I can use from Paint 3D, and I mapped out the computer. It makes it easy for me to remember and then do a test. If I don't see the signal all the way to here, I know there is a problem on the trace or the resistors that are in place to protect this ADC converter. And if not, then I know the problem is in here. And this is what the ADC converter does. All right, so these crankshaft position sensor are AC generator signals, kind of like what you see here. And this ADC, again, analog to digital converter, is going to make that look like a square wave that then the microprocessor can interpret. That's, it's just the main function of this. I'm sorry. All right, so let me get the top down ready. I got the ignition on, and we can see let me turn this lamp off because the bright makes it very hard to see. I can turn everything back on or back off again, and you will see things that you will notice is the key. I like that coil because I can see that, and then the TEF light goes off, which is perfect. That means it's recognizing the keys. We check on the first part of the video all that. All right, so we're going to connect to the computer. I always like to start fresh and not do just the history. Either way, in top down the history, it's a little hard to get to the diagnostics. It's not like the other diagnostic equipment that you go to history, you can select just diagnostics in there and immediately goes there. So I'd rather do it this way. Again, every tool is different. That is the correct pin, 57326. Okay, we're going to go to quick access because we know exactly where we're going to. All right, so yeah, that's going to take a little process. So in the meantime, we can start running the full probe, which we're going to need to run the computer. For those that have the full probe, this is a great tool. I really, really like it. It's a very powerful tool. I wish, again, they sell more harnesses ready. That will think it will make this tool even better. Because people like me, they can take the time and create a harness for a computer like this. This is all my doing. But yeah, this takes around 20 hours per computer to do. And yeah, it is big time consuming if they sell something. Because, when you do repetition and you know exactly the lengths, exactly where they're going, you can make almost like automated, function or process, and it makes it a lot faster. Yeah, not for a person like me. I gotta go and try to find the connectors, uh, get the lengths how I want it. You know what I mean? So it takes a little longer, but it's okay. I don't mind because it's also a really good learn process. All right, so for this, I'm going to select escape with the internal paths. I'm going to reduce the map in the DPS, temperature sensors, set the ignition on. It is supercharged. We're going to go to the PCM. Again, remember, if this computer runs, we should see RPMs on the cluster. We should see firing of injectors and coils, and that's what we're looking for. But I want to set everything complete so I can see all. That's not much that I want to see here. It's just RPM. All right, so let's see. I think it's the SAR. Yeah, the SAR RPM. Actually, we do not even need that. We just need engine revolutions per minute. I want to see if I have battery voltage in here. Battery positive, because camshaft position and status. I wonder if it's losing because I'm a little concerned. Why is the the ADC converter damaged so quickly? It can either be all two things, and I'm going to have a conversation with Brandon. And it's either we have problems with ignition coils, they are, spiking too much and it's damaging this, or the keep alive memory being lost on the computer, and that can also create the same problem. Because this is not a common failure. All I'm looking for is like a keep alive memory and stuff like that. Uh, let's just do it like this. All right, no temperature error, battery voltage is fine. All right, the moment it's through, we got the ignition on, everything should be working. All right, I got the injection for a second. Let me see. Oh, I haven't changed. I know what it is. Remember, I have to change this from 52 to 51. But it's good sign because I did have injection in there, so that should be now good. Perfect. Yep, we can see that. We can see the cluster reading RPMs, and we can see the computer or the scanner reading RPM. We got injection. Now everything is working. We got coils. We got injectors firing. The computer is back alive. So this is 100% the repair. Again, this is going to be something that I need to discuss with Brandon about further testing on his vehicle because this is not a common failure for these computers. But everything is good to go. So I hope you guys like this video. I am showing you that I am indeed a professional that knows what it's doing and have parts and can repair all these computers. So if you have something like this that you need to repair, just please send it over. I'm a small business. In any help that you guys can spread the word or send repairs, that will definitely help our company, my company growth. So I will really appreciate and thank you a lot for that. I really thank a lot of people there are sending me computers. I got a lot of marinas around the world and United States that are starting to send me all the marine computers, and I take the time to explain what I do and everything, so people feels a lot more comfortable than when you send a computer and it's like, yeah, it's done, and then they send it back and it's not working, and now you're wondering, is the computer or is a problem in the car? But without any data, and a video is data, I'm showing the customer that this is working indeed 100%. So a technician can, like, well, yeah, I saw the computer running, I saw the injectors firing. So if it has injectors and coolant firing, I have to have it here too. So again, I'm an data analysis person, and that's what I like to gather all this information for myself and for the customers, and I think that's a very good service. Again, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.